Hello and welcome to the BA Knowledge Share. In this episode, we continue with techniques and go through the benchmarking and market analysis technique. So let's look at the purpose of benchmarking and market analysis. So they are conducted to improve organizational operations, increase customer satisfaction, and increase value to stakeholders. When you're talking about benchmarking and market analysis, it's basically done in strategic efforts at the very beginning, where you are comparing organizational practice against the best in class practices, as an example. Best practices may be found in competitor enterprises, in government, or from industry associations. The objective of benchmarking is to evaluate enterprise performance and ensure that the enterprise is operating efficiently. Benchmarking may also be performed against standards for compliance purposes. The results from benchmarking study may initiate change within an organization. An example of this use would be, say, for instance, Apple is launching a product and Microsoft may already have that product. And so they want to kind of benchmark and do a market analysis of the product as to how the competitor is doing or how are they performing. Um, what are some of the trends in terms of markets that they're seeing with the competitor. So that's an example of benchmarking and market analysis. Some of the elements for benchmarking includes, and it's split up between benchmarking and market analysis. So for benchmarking is identifying the areas to be studied, identifying enterprises that are leaders in the sector, including competitors, conducting a survey of selected enterprises to understand their practices, using an RFI or request for information to gather information about capabilities, arranging visits to best in class organizations, determining gaps between current and best practices, and developing a project proposal to implement best practices. Now let's look at market analysis and what the elements are. Identify customers and understand their preferences. Identify opportunities that may increase value to stakeholders. Identify competitors and investigate their operations. Look for trends in the market, anticipate growth rate and estimate potential profitability, define appropriate business strategies, gathering market data, use existing resources such as company records, research studies, and books, and apply that information to the questions at hand, and review data to determine trends and draw conclusions. So all in all, there's just to summarize, there's two pieces to benchmarking and market analysis. The first one is benchmarking. It has separate elements, and market analysis is a second piece of it, which has separate elements. So that being said, this is a short video on techniques, benchmarking, and market analysis. That being said, if you do consider these videos as being valuable, please do consider subscribing to this channel. Visit our website at baknowledgeshare.com and consider joining our Facebook group. The link has been provided below. Until next time, see you then.